Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Battle for Indiana 2020. I'm one of your casters, Wilson Avila. At this point, you can refer to me by my IGN, Willmeister, if that's what you're feeling like. Additionally, as you can see right below me, I'm also Pure Will on Twitter. Now, we're having some issues. Feel free to hold with us here, but we are very excited to bring with you round 5 of today's matchup. Bethel v. Ball State. Yes, truly, we've been having the battle of the bees today, except for IU and Purdue, which kind of have their own thing going on for them. Bethel, Ball State, and Butler have all had some incredible plays today. And we're bringing it to a close with Bethel v. Ball State, while Indiana University faces off against Purdue. My guess, we'll see another Purdue University 2-0 sweep, but we'll see what Indiana University has to fight left in them. Now, our first map will be Nepal no matter what. I'm very excited to see some Lucio gameplay here. Come on, it's Nepal. You've got to bring out the Lucio here. Quack is now joining me. Quack, we're about to play in Nepal. What are your thoughts on getting some Lucio gameplay on this map? Is it appropriate? Maybe there isn't a specific map he works on? Give me your thoughts.
I think Lucio is good on any map if you know how to play him right. But I'm definitely expecting some environmental boops.
Ooh, some environmental boops. Yeah, that is fair. I think we've seen Lucio the most out of any support today, which honestly, 3 weeks ago, you probably wouldn't have seen that. Anamora's still pretty buffed, and Baptiste was massive as well, but these support nerfs just keep coming in hot. It doesn't look like Brig's going to get better anytime soon, unless you want to add more HP to her shield or just give her back her 50 armor. But it looks like Lucio has found a viable spot in such a team-oriented meta that we are in right now. And most teams seem to think that as well. The other support on the opposite end of the spectrum that we have yet to see too much of is Zenyatta. Now, I feel like there's a pretty obvious reason for that. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Quack?
I mean, it's not as obvious to me, so I don't think we're on the same page, but I definitely haven't seen very much of him.
He's just way too easy to dive. We've seen, if we haven't seen a diva on a map, we've seen a Winston. The least aggressive composition we saw was Reinhardt Sigma on Dorado. And even that was just a push point, which makes sense if you're just, trying to push from point A to point B. But my goodness, it just doesn't work so well if you're diving. If you're diving a Zen, we've seen so many good dive plays, from Hunter's aggressive Doomfist plays to Thick's tank backlines. I've been impressed with all of the backline plays I've seen. And Zen just gets shredded up in that. 100%, without a doubt. The only team bold enough... Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's good.
I think every healer is extremely easy to dive on. However, Zen has a much better chance of surviving than, say, Ana. See, Ana can sleep him, but say he dives her while her sleep is on cooldown, Zen has a much better chance of killing.
He does have a better chance of killing, I will agree with you, and so long as the team focus fires, yes. But I will take a slept enemy or an antied enemy any day over a discorded enemy. That's just how it's going to be with me. That's how I view the game of Overwatch right now, and one reason why I don't think we're going to see much Zen in the games to come. I don't know. What does chat think? Do we get some Zens going in here? Let me know. Please feel free to put that in the comments. I like seeing an active chat, getting some hype on here. We've had some people say they're on Team Thick. I appreciate that. Thick has been an absolute monster of a tank. Don't you agree? Just anything from Purdue has been monster, but we have to comment on Thick especially, right?
He is aggressive, and I don't think he's going to be stopping anytime soon. His pushes are legendary at the moment.
Agreed. Namely, the last Havana map. I still can't believe my eyes did not deceive me, but my body's telling me something was off. 0.69 meters allowed by Purdue on Havana. I have yet to see that. Maybe it's just a diff, but I'm going to chalk it up to pure skill on Purdue's side. I'm very interested to see how they fare up against Indiana University. I'm not certain. I don't have too much hope for my team, but we can hold out. We can hold out some ideas here. Now, in addition to Lucio some great Gods Here Lucio gameplay we've been seeing. Not too surprising, we've also seen a lot of Ashe. I I think especially for control, you just have to play someone who takes care of a large uh, brawl comp, and Ashe can quickly wreck a brawl composition with her dynamite. It's just such an overpowered ability in the game right now. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. She's one of the better DPSs for the metas that's happening right now.
100%. We've been seeing some Sombra here and there, but nothing has been too reliable to work. And even then, she is a bit squishy. Do you think we might have a chance to see some Sombra on Nepal?
I think it's very likely, considering all the ways that Sombra can get behind someone and hack from, the flanks.
Fair enough. Nepal does allow quite a few planks for control. And not to mention, it's very ambiguous. Nepal hosts a lot of buildings that are very easy to hide in and just sort of can't, which are havens to characters like Sombra, maybe even a wily Symmetra. But to be honest, I am a bit shocked we haven't seen too much Symmetra gameplay. I think we had her used once on Li Zhang, but after that, it was seemingly only for the teleporter. I'm a bit shocked we're not seeing more for control. One turret just slows down one person, but it's enough. Not to mention the microwave is strong with her. She can just melt an enemy, right? Do you
Yeah, but
think
with how many people are playing Winston, is it really the safest combination?
that's a fair point? That's a fair point, but I still feel that Symmetra in the right engagement can successfully go up against the Winston, especially when she has the team backing her up. Winston has to dive in aggressively to get these cheeky picks that he has been getting. And don't get me wrong, we've been seeing some great Winston gameplay involving a lot of coordination from teams here. But something's telling me we're not going to get to the point where a Winston can 1v1 or even maybe a 2v2 a Symmetra. I don't see it happening. So maybe we see some Symmetra on this map, especially with TP giving that extra speed boost at the beginning. Respawn advantage can be important, so maybe they make full use of that teleporter. And of course, we've been seeing some Reaper gameplay, absolute tank shredder. It wasn't too long ago. Remember Goat's meta? Those were fun times. Reaper had 50% on his lifesteal. Now it's back down to a manageable level, but even then it still feels like he has this sustainability in fights that not many other DPS can hold on to. Don't you agree?
I love going Reaper into a bunch of tanks. It's like they're juice packs almost.
Truly, yeah, they just have this massive amount of HP. And for those that don't know the stats on Reaper, he will get a percent of health back for each damage he deals. It's just his thing. So edgy, he gets better as he gets angrier. It's a very impressive playstyle when in the right hands, and I am honestly a bit shocked to see how well he's being used because he can be countered, but right now he is in a bit of a semi-weak state, but that hasn't stopped teams from trying him. Not to mention he does have an extra 50 HP compared to the other DPS, the vast majority of other DPS. Admittedly, we have seen Hunter run some Doom, but not too much. Maybe that's just his one-trick pony thing, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss it. Do you want to see some Doomfist action?
Doomfist is always a fun character to go up against.
To go up against or to play with? Because those are two
Ah,
very different things.
I'm gonna say both.
Fair enough. Doomfist can be easily countered in this upcoming meta. Wait, I'm just getting word. I think our IU match, it at least just got reported. IU went 2-0, winning the first control map with 2-0, but then having a long time stall to 5-4 on Escort. That wow, so overtime both times, and IU is just barely able to push more than their opponent. That is very, very impressive. Either way, good hold done by Bethel University on IU, and good luck to IU as they face off against Purdue. I kind of wish we could be covering that, but we are about to hop into Bethel v Ball State. Wow. I guess I guess we can take a guess as to why it's taken a while to organize this one match, hasn't it? Oh dear. Golden 5-4. I think we saw that on Dorado, yeah?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that was another IU game. That was IU Butler? IU Ball State, right. And then of course Ball State snuck out the win at the end. Ah, man, I'm very interested to see this. Also, while we're here talking about Nepal, do you think we'll get some? Do you think we'll get some ball play here? I know. I've been saying we'll be seeing ball, and we've only seen Wrecking Ball on 3 maps, I think. What are the odds we get to see him on a control map here?
I think the chances are relatively low. I don't know why we're not seeing as much ball considering how useful he is on point control, but there has to be a reason that we're just not seeing. It could be the DPS that are going up against. Ana can just straight up sleep him, and many people are choosing Ana as part of their comp.
That is a fair point to reference. He still has an overpowered E. He can get up to 900 HP, so long as he dives headfirst into enemies. 900 HP is a big benefit, not to mention with 300 and temporary shields. That's pretty massive. And once that gets worn down, you have to go through 100 armor to then go into HP, and that's assuming he's not antied. I have got to say, I don't know why I'm not seeing some ball play here. We've seen good Winston, we've seen good Diva. I think Ball can outmaneuver them as an off tank here. As a dive tank, he just has these capabilities. Admittedly, Diva has higher armor. And admittedly, Winston has better survivability with his shield. But Wrecking Ball, once played right, is unstoppable and hard to counter. Maybe they're afraid of some crowd control, but I haven't been seeing too much except maybe a McCree stun and a Sigma accretion here and there. I think enemies are just waiting for crowd control, or they're just trying to get a stronger brawl comp going. Either way, I'm not certain why we're not seeing such diving play or such ball picks. I don't know why we're not seeing Wrecking Ball being picked more often. It's kind of upsetting to me. That being said, we have seen Reinhardt get some plays. Of course, that makes sense. Battle for Indiana, we're here supporting and fighting his teams, commenting his teams, and watching as one big happy team. And Reinhardt just fits that composition so well. He's the only shield hero to survive, I would say, the shield nerfs. Even though it was 2,000 HP back in its day, 1,600 HP for a shield is still a massive amount to go through, especially considering it regens at 100 per second. I mean, come on. If there's shield heroes in Overwatch, it's definitively Reinhardt. Isn't that right, Golden?
I love a good Reinhardt.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other way that you can get a shield hero in composition right now without it being Reinhardt. Orisa does have a shot, but 600 HP for 8 seconds is not that good. The cooldown might need to be reduced, or they might just need to give her back some of her shield HP. Although we do not want to risk running back into the territory where we were with Orisa, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
I still think she does have this sort of niche spot. I am hearing that she can get some niche plays. And hey, now that she has an added 50 armor, maybe we'll see some of those later today. Okay, I think we are about to start our Bethel v. Ball State match. Bethel was tied up with their Indiana University scrap. And boy, that was absolutely massive. So they're trying to figure this out and get comps organized and all set up. Now, Ball State, obviously Quack, you have a bit of experience with them. Do how aggressive of a Nepal push can we see from Ball State? Will we be seeing from Ball State here?
I think Ball State will be more on the calmer side of things. I think they'll do one really big push at the very beginning, but once they have control of the point, they will stay close to the point.
Fair enough. Although, admittedly, especially if they get Sanctuary or Sanctum first, where there's a large, massive hole for you to fall into, staying on point can be dangerous. I don't know if I'm ready to see an all-out brawl fight on comp, especially in a time where we do have massive abilities that affect, or massive abilities that move heroes just and completely destroy them. We have Pharah's Boop. We have Lucio's Boop. We even have Reinhardt Charge if it comes down to that, and a Roadhog Hook. There's just too much in the game. Oh, did I mention Orissa's buffed orb? I'm sorry, her halt is now in a very powerful spot. I feel that it's been buffed extremely hard with these last few patches from Blizzard. I feel that halt is underrated in these compositions, and is especially underrated when teams do not pick Orisa. I mean, am I right? I can't be crazy here, right, Golden?
I mean, you may be a little crazy, but I don't think about this.
I suppose it's just the wanderless delusions of some math major. Anyways, we are now in Nepal, ready to stream to you live. Bethel v. Ball State. We have our first hero selections in 10 seconds. Guarantee we see Lucio's on both sides here. Calling it right now, chat. And we see our comps here in the next 3 seconds. Quack, what do you expect to see from Ball State?
I'm expecting dive.
All right, let's see. From Ball State, we've got... let's see. Help me out here with Ball State's composition, Quack.
We have Holgo on Lucio, of course. We've got Casseroles on Moira. We've got Ninja on Symmetra. We've got US Miller on his Mei, which is always deadly. We've got Horn on Reinhardt, which is a good pick for pushing. And Finn on Zarya.
It seems that we have a Symmetra matchup here. The only diff is I see a Reaper on Bethel's team, but not Ball State's. They instead have US Miller's Mei, which we've seen is strong. Symmetra turret's going on point. Oh boy, can't wait for this fight to go. We also have a D.Va. Like I said, I'm a bit confused as to why there is no ball, but hey, everyone's sick and tired of hearing me say it. Space Marine is full HP, hoping to charge into this comp and start to break down some barriers. One member on point, and just like that, Ball State is able to take it, and they're starting that timer. And there's a fat slam! Huge from Ball State. Hornbach going ham. Zackle is able to get a closing pick on Finna, but that is not enough to stop Ball State. Wow, absolutely massive shatter there. What? Sorry. I like a good Rhine Slam, and that's among the top ones we've seen today. Such a good way to end the team fight. Debatable wall there from Miller. Azrain is kind of playing hand with Lucio. I don't know. Red Ninja hoping to get a pick off on the Mei. Casseroles goes with the Cole. Get some heals off, good heals off, but Nisa Curly Fry gets the pick off on Lucio, and the turret wipes off, but Hornbach is able to snipe Red Ninja with his charge. Finna, and Finna takes care of Relentless, and now Casseroles and the rest of Ball State are just pushing up. Here we are with Space Marine. Space Marine trying to figure out what to do. Relentless healing, topping off our Reaper here. Moira's heals have changed a lot over the last few patches. They're in a good spot now, but I don't know how I feel. And just like that, we see another Rhine Slam. Zackle is able to take care of Hornbach, but Zackle will have to go back to spawn. Ally, my apologies, flies back, out of danger. Hallgoat might be trying to swap off here. We do see that Bethel has some ults built up. Namely, I'm seeing a beat they can use to charge in with, and a bomb to clear point. Maybe even a primal to ensure they keep it. Mei wall goes up, stopping the defense. And there's the primal. He can at least wipe a few turrets off. And there's Blizzard to stop the primal. Ball State uses Cole. And just like that, it looks like Casseroles is trying to say, I'm the best warrior here. And he wipes Relentless off. Finna takes care of Space Marine, and Ally is out of Mecha, and Nisa. Oh, and just like that, Ball State wiped them off to secure the OBJ. 100% good hold, Ball State. Very impressive. What was the most critical thing for Ball State there, Quack?
Their ability to focus on one target and one target at a time. When you're playing Mei, you have to be able to target off the rest of the team from one person so that they don't have heals and they don't have backup. And I think US Miller is doing a really good job of that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I am very interested to see what's going on here. By the way, just got informed, a Cardinal win here will secure Ball State University Esports a playoff spot alongside Esports at Purdue. This could be big here. Ball State has a chance to make it to finals if they win this match. Miller on his Sombra. Very interested to see how this goes. And he's going for the health pack. We respect that. Helps the team, and of course is a very greedy play. Either way, nothing wrong with that, except maybe losing a potential hack on an enemy, but even then, I think Jeff made the right call by reducing that cooldown by half for health packs. I'm not seeing a lot of picks here. Space Marine is eating a lot of damage. Zackle almost down, and just like that, Farda's down. But Red Ninja is able to get Nissa Curly out of the fight, and Azrain is able to res on Zackle. Zarya is hoping to push up with Bethel. Ball State does have initial control, and just like that, the timer's ticking for him. Space Marine is at full charge. Hall Goat is able to pick off Relentless. And yeah, Hall Goat, especially with Lucio here, is able to keep up the heals, which might be enough to make certain that Far is ineffective. US Miller gets a pick off on Red Ninja. Azrain is close to getting Valkyrie, which could be important for this next fight. Ally bubbled, and just like that, back to full HP. And Finaz knocks out Mercy. Casseroles trying to fight it hard. My goodness, Casseroles might not have enough heals to keep everyone alive. But wait, no, Ball State is able to keep everyone on top of it. Ball State is holding Nepal well. They're almost at 50%. And not to mention, the ult fight is swinging in Bethel's favor. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Nissa is almost... Oh, just like that, Zackle ults and takes out 2 characters from... Oh my goodness. Heroes down all over the place. Bethel is down by 3. But, just like that, Azrain reses Zackle. There's a solid push here from Bethel. Do you think Bethel can take it here? Oh wait, just like that, Miller uses ult. EMP is massive on that. Yep, look at all that. Finna might get the play of the game, but you could not have had that without that Sombra assist. EMP, what a massive ability to the game of Overwatch. It is an ultimate for a reason, but my goodness, it's a bit too much, don't you think? Right, Quack?
Absolutely. EMP is a fantastic ult that you can pair with nearly any of them to take down shields and other abilities and even prevent D.Va from getting back into her mech.
D.Va mech, or D.Va bomb, didn't get anyone. Bob is coming out onto point. And just like that, Zarya hacked, which is a bit unfortunate. Oh, but wait, Bethel has a solid push. That's 5 picks off. And to be fair, D.Va is out of mech, but it looks like Bethel will be able to cap. Bethel could hold this here. Bethel has a chance to make this 1-1. It wouldn't surprise me if you see Miller stay with the Sombra here and try and get another cheeky hack off or EMP to get point. Red Ninja gets a massive dynamite. US Miller waiting to pop that EMP, taking his time. He's going to throw himself in. There it is! Massive EMP. Space Marine running weak. US Miller hoping to get another hack off. He's hoping to hack D.Va. Gets D.Va, but Azrain gets the headshot off on Nissa Curly. Oh my goodness, what a trade. Relentless is down, but Red Ninja gets the pick off on space on oh no. Finna's able to get 2 solid picks here. This might be the end for Bethel on Nepal. Can we get it? Can they continue to hold? No, just like that, 99% with Ball State. Someone has to touch. And they do not. Good game, Bethel University. No shame in their game, and Ball State closes with a burpee from Zarya. Well played. Well played. No surprise here, this will probably be Finna's 4K, but I think this should really go to Sombra. This is a massive EMP. Just look at that. All of those, yeah, 100%. If Zarya had bubble, that would have been a much different fight. If Zackle could have flown, that would have been a much different fight. EMP was the savior. I hate to say it, but my goodness, that DPS diff was too much. US Miller, you get some respect from me. That was some good Sombra gameplay. Now, Ball State did just win. We've seen Ball State pop off when they've had map control. So Bethel might try and take that away. One thing's for sure is we're coming up to Escort. I'm not certain how this is going to go. We did see Ball State struggle a bit with Havana. Do you think maybe Bethel will know that and pick that?
I think Bethel will try to play to their strengths instead of Ball State's weaknesses.
Fair enough.
So I'm expecting a map that Bethel has a record in, a good one anyway, and Ball State will question it at first, but they will be about indifferent to it as any other map. I think it fully depends on the players and their picks instead of a map.
I don't know. I just feel that map picking is so important to the game of Overwatch that this opportunity is not going to get wasted by Bethel. They have to make the right pick here. Ball State, if they get one map, we saw Kings Row, a very impressive fight, both teams, but Ball State just simply knew how to play that map better than IU did. If IU had a bit more map knowledge, I think that would have been a bit different game. Instead, Ball State absolutely train wrecked IU with 5 minutes on the clock. Absolutely rolling steam on their defense. It was incredible to see. Bethel just needs to find the one map Ball State can't play. And I'm seeing an early pick on the screen right now. We might be seeing Gibraltar again. The last time we saw this was Purdue was it Bethel? I think it was Bethel.
Possibly.
Yeah, it was Bethel. And then, oh, Purdue, poor Bethel. Interesting that Bethel chooses this one. You think this would be a bit more foreboding for them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but they could be trying to pick a map that is good for who they main. And Gibraltar is excellent for snipers. And Diva is always extremely useful on here, as well as Lucio sometimes because of the boops off the very edge.
That's
So
a
I
fair
think,
point.
yeah, I think Bethel is playing once again off their strengths.
I'm seeing some chirps in chat. Can we get some? Yeah, let's get some hype going for Ball State and for Bethel, guys. Why not? Come on, it's almost final season. It's almost final season up in this. We're about to hit finals for Overwatch. Now remember, if Ball State gets this, they will get a spot in the finals alongside Purdue. So, while the Purdue matchup might not be the best, this is for a shot, for a glimmer of hope. Ball State needs to shut down Bethel right here, right now, while they're still on top, I think. But if they do lose here, and they get to pick hybrid again, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Kings Row again. And I think either way, this is just Ball State's win. If they can get it to Kings Row, they win. I was impressed with that. If they get it here, they win. I don't see a world in which Ball State comes out of this losing. I think we'll be seeing them in the finals. I'm not certain. I don't know if Bethel has won their spot yet, though. So I'm very interested to see how this match goes. Quack, how are you feeling about this matchup?
I think for now it's evenly matched, considering we don't know of anybody's biggest strengths or weaknesses on this map, because it's hard to have a weakness on a map unless you're just extremely bad at that map. But it all depends on their picks and who they are focusing for.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think we have some interesting DPS choices here on Bethel's side. Azrain as Junk, and we see Red Ninja. He was Widow, now swapped off to Hanzo, Relentless and Zackle rocking Mercy Ana, respectively. Ally as Diva. No surprise there, we've seen Ally stick with Diva whole map. And Space Marine on Zarya. It looks like Ball State's running a similar comp to last time. Do you see any changes in that? Duck.
We're finally seeing
What?
ball, which is always good.
That is true. We do have ball. And just like that, Red Ninja gets a snipe off a Ninja Curly Fry. Azrain is white, though. I do like Junkrat, but I don't think he's in right now. I just think he's too weak. Red Ninja falls. Very unfortunate scene to see here. Ally is hacked. Very unfortunate. Oh, Zackle is down with the good dive from Finna. See, that's what I'm saying. Ball can just move around like no other tank.
It's definitely one of the more annoying choices in the game.
Space Marine gets the pick off on Winston, but Finn is able to get the pick off on Relentless. Finna at 795 HP. Finna is going to have to make full use of that. Look at that. He takes the high ground. He'll be ready to slam into him right in a second. Ally running very weak. Has to be very careful. Ally out of mech. You really don't want D.Va out of mech here. Especially for this upcoming team fight. Finna knocks Red Ninja. He's taking the 1v1 against Asaria, and then he just decides to dip out. That's the power of an aggressive ball. You can hop into a fight and then disengage. Hope for your teammates to finish them off, and while they're distracted, run away. Hornbach gets to jump onto Azrain. This looks like Ball State's map. Bethel might have made a mistake in picking this one. Don't you? At least that's what early signs are saying for me.
I think if Bethel can focus on the support, because right now nobody's pushing cart except Casseroles and Hornbach, which is the supports. So if they were to take those out, then it's both they don't have anybody to push cart for a while, and they don't have support, which is always a good up.
Fair enough. Oh, and just like that, massive EMP from Sombra gets almost everyone. Yep, and combos with Nessa Curly to wipe with a Tracer ultimate, and you get to see Ball's minefield being placed as well. Ally is still out of mech and fighting, hoping to get some ult charge. And Winston says no one melees her. RIP. Nessa Curly Fries also gets the Space Marine. Mercy hacked. Ow! 100% dead there. And Red Ninja is pile drived by Ball. We are seeing some top tier Ball gameplay, let me tell you. Finna is doing a fantastic job of the ball. Knowing how to play. Good hack onto Ally, but well placed bubble by Zarya there. For those keeping track at home, we just got word Purdue won against IU 2-0. Wow. Ball going back to point. Ally gets double bomb pick, and she able to pick off Hornbach. Bethel making a nice stand here, but it might not be enough to hold them back forever. Ball State does have 5 minutes here. Ball State has very good push potential on this map. This will be a hard one to keep track of for sure, and this will be a long fought match. No other way around this. Graf comes out. Allies slept with the beat drop. A bit unfortunate. You want to capitalize on that beat as much as you can. Just like that, Azrain goes down, Red Ninja goes down, the 2 DPS are down, you're not going to see many. Space Marine able to get Casseroles out, Zackle down, Space Marine on Zarya, wipe, Ally bombs. I think that was a misclick on Ally's part. That was very unfortunate. Nessa Curly Fry is able to get the double pick onto the DPS again. The DPS are not able to get into this fight. They're not able to contribute any value. Ball is able to wall off spawn with his mines. I think Ball State has this. And just like that, Ball State with 4 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Quack, that was a very aggressive push. And they even gained 7 seconds on that. How do you think Bethel will counter?
I think Bethel is going to go as hard as they possibly can. Like, fast and pushing as much as they possibly can before Ball State has a chance to capitalize on point.
I'm thinking they'll play a bit more of a play for pick strategy. Instead of perhaps a heavy dive, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Roadhog Winston, with one to dive, but one to hold point and capitalize on an early pick. Once that first pick is done, I've been noticing Ball State just gets one pick and then the entire team falls. Much can be said about the game of Overwatch with just one pick making a difference. Nothing quite holds true to that than the team fight. When the brawl occurs, you need all of your members on point, and Ball State was able to ensure one member at least was distracted by ball or wiped. That was absolutely massive here. And I'm a little bit I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more picks like that before. Okay, looking at our Bethel side, we have Farah from Azrain, Red Ninja on the Reaper, Relentless and Zackle running Mercy and Ana, respectively, Ally running Diva, and Space Marine on Winston. 2 dives. See, you were right on the dive comp. I don't agree with it, but you were right. Tell me what Ball State's got over here.
Holgo is rocking Mercy. Casseroles is on her Ana, which is always good. Ninja is on Ash. US Miller is on his Sombra. No surprise there. Hornbach is once again rolling with Ball. And Finna is Monkey.
The only pick Bethel was able to get out of that was Ninja. But I'm really a bit sad. Holgo utilizing that super jump from Mercy. Massive super jump there. And Nissa Curly Fry damage boosting. Hornbach sliding in. Hoping to get a cheeky dive pick here. We're going back to Finna on top. And now we're on with Red Ninja, hoping to get a nice snipe off. On a half with that. Oh, but he's about to get out-sniped. Space Marine on it. Red Ninja somehow still alive after all of that. Hornbach does get the pick off on Jackal, though. It looks like Ball State has a good defense setup here. How is Ball State doing it with one Ball and Ana, a Winston? This is an interesting comp to hold with on Gibraltar, in my opinion. Not one I would have thought of, that's for certain. Quack, what do you think is Ball State's drive with this? What's getting them this hold?
I think Ball State trusts their DPS to take care of the picks as long as their tanks can take away their attention.
Fair enough. And distract those tanks are most definitely distracting. Bethel is hoping to get a dive pick with Space Marine, but I think they're just able to hold. Oh, massive EMP with the Ball ultimate. That's going to severely limit Bethel's progress for the next 30 seconds. Ball State's got to fall back. And just like that, we do see point. There is no progress being made on the OBJ, which is unfortunate. Finna is hoping to get a cheeky pick here. Wait a minute, we have a Torbjorn turret on point. Oh, and just like that, Torb swaps off to Azrain. Zackle is white, but he does have Nano for next fight. Space Marine will have ult going into it. And Relentless has Valkyrie. Ult advantage is on the side of Bethel if they're able to get something to happen here. Hallgoat is in Valkyrie mode. Nissa's Curly is able to get the pick off on Baby Diva. Azrain snipes Sombra out of the sky. Good pick. Good pick. If they're able to capitalize on this could turn into a push. I doubt it will, though. Ball State just has good map control right now, dominating the high grounds. Space Marine is able to wipe Finna off. Casseroles does pick off Azrain, though. Red Ninja hoping to get some damage done here. An Elim will mean the world to Bethel right now. A good hack off from Miller. And there's Diva Bomb. Oh, Bob was thrown on point too. Gets Baby Diva. Just like that. Winston is hacked, but he was able to jump away in time. But US Miller confirms the kill. Gets Space Marine. Ball wipes Azrain. US Miller takes out Zackle. And just like that, US Miller has EMP again. For the next 18 seconds, he's just going to hide. US Miller is just going to hide and wait for the last team fight to break out and then pop it. Hallgoat, damage boosting. And EMP is activated. I forgot to last Tuesdays. Oh, but Azrain snipes Casseroles. Tired of that. Azrain is on point. There is a chance this goes well. And by chance, I mean very minimalistic. Oh, but wait, Space Marine is Mad Monkey. Maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to hold point. And I was wrong to get hopes up. Ball State wins. Wow. And they have secured a spot to fight against Butler, or against Purdue. My apologies. This next one will be an interesting matchup as we're about to head into finals. What? When was this play of the game? I don't remember
This
this.
is the 2 on DPS
Oh,
at the very
yes.
end of the last one.
That was impressive. Relentless able to walk away doing 5.5k. Yes, give your supports the support they require. Although look at that, Hornbach was playing exceptionally well. I give Hammond a lot of credit, and I feel that Hornbach really deserves it at this point. They've they've definitely put in a lot of work here. Um, Quack, can you check on like the tournament schedules and see if you can tell me who's playing up against who in the finals? And while you're doing that, to our viewers back at home, I'll explain what's been going on. We've been doing best of 3 here for Battle for Indiana. In our finals, we will be changing that to best of 5. The first 3 maps will be the exact same if we need to. If we need to go past Control, Escort, and Hybrid, we will then push to Assault and then Control again. That is correct. You are getting no 2CP on this round. Oh, wait. I'm getting word now from someone. We're getting Purdue University versus Ball State University for their next matchup. I would believe IU is facing off against someone, but I'm not 100% on that. Anyways, we'll get back to you on our other matchup here shortly. So it'll be a best of 5. You'll definitely see one control map, one escort map, and one hybrid map. But if we go past that, you will see an assault map and a control map. Yes, thank you, Quack. Saved me there, really did. My throat is killing me, and we need to hydrate up in this. But regardless, we are about to see some very interesting gameplay here. I don't know who we will be streaming first, but what I can tell you is I am very excited for our next matchup. Whoever it's going to be, I would assume it'll be Purdue versus Ball State. I cannot wait to see it go live, but by cannot wait, I mean can, because right now it is time for a bit of a break. Isn't that right, Quack?
Absolutely. I have to go to the bathroom again.
Ah, dear me, that's unfortunate. Us casters have the rough life. But meanwhile, the players will be practicing before their matchup, getting their strategies coordinated, and you guys back at home, well, just sit tight. We're here to provide you with the finals for the Battle for Indiana tournament in the next few minutes. I'm Wilson Avila, and I'll see you soon.